Hello, everyone, and welcome to our personal peace procedure free community tapping circle. I'm Amanda Wonderland. This is our tapping circle for September, and the group voted on working on feeling stuck. So that is what we're going to be working on today. And as with every other personal peace procedure tapping circle, we are going to get specific. So I want you to start thinking about a recent time that you felt stuck, or if something's not coming to you immediately, think about maybe the next time that you may feel stuck. And there's lots of different ways that we may feel stuck. One is we may feel like we're between a rock and a hard place, and like either decision that we make is just not going to be what we want. So we're just kind of stuck there. We may feel like we're on this never-ending not a roller coaster, a hamster wheel, like it's Groundhog's Day. You're just living the same day over and over again, and you're feeling stuck with your life situation, like things just aren't moving the way that you want them to. You might feel like there's no forward momentum, like your feet are just stuck in cinder blocks. I've definitely felt that before. So you're feeling like mentally blocked, emotionally blocked, energetically blocked, physically blocked. You can't take an action or make a decision because you're so afraid that whatever you choose is going to be wrong. So you're just paralyzed. You're just kind of stuck in freeze mode. And so that's one way that feeling stuck can manifest in your life. So I want you to think about all the different areas of your life. I like to put them into 5 different categories. So we have health, wealth, love, career and purpose, and spirituality. So those are the 5 areas that I like to really get into the nitty-gritty of each one. So are you feeling stuck in your health anywhere? Are you feeling stuck in your money situation? Are you feeling stuck in your relationships? Are you feeling stuck in your career or your purpose in life? And are you feeling stuck in spirituality? So go ahead and do a little bit of exploration in here, a little bit of info gathering for yourself. And once you find a moment where you felt stuck, we're going to go straight into the body. So you can give it a title if you'd like on your worksheet, that one time when I felt stuck at the hospital, I felt stuck with my partner, I felt stuck making this big purchase or whatever it is, and then feel that in your body immediately. So like skip all those other aspects that are on that worksheet and go to, where do I feel this in my body? What does it feel like to feel stuck? For me, it's like all this nervous energy inside, and it's a frustration because I can't execute it. So it's just stuck and buzzing around in my body, and it's frustrating. It's so frustrating that I can't seem to propel myself forward. So feel into your body and see what that feels like, and then give it a SUD. So a subjective unit of distress, our scale that we use with EFT is 0 to 10. So that feeling in your body when you think about being stuck right now in this moment, on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 meaning I have no feeling in my body, and 10 meaning it's a very, very strong feeling in my body, put that on for the somatic aspect of your worksheet. Think about like what you can't seem to get done, what decisions are just waiting to be made. And in EFT, we allow the uncomfortable. We're here to get those neural bundles lit up so we can rewire them. And the only way to do that is to feel it. We got to feel it to heal it. So get your set as high as you can while tapping. We'll go ahead and start tapping. You can find a spot that you like the most. Mine's always my collarbone. You can always just rub your sore spot there. For those that are new, it's just kind of that neurolymphatic padding right there in between your heart and your armpit. So you can just kind of rub that if you're starting to feel triggered. If that feeling of feeling stuck is getting big in your body, it's a good thing, but we can go ahead and start regulating our body as we're doing that. So fill out your worksheet. Remember who you were with, where you were, what you saw, what you heard, what you smelled. If you felt anything on the outside of your body, like the temperature of the air outside, or anything you may have been holding in your hands during that moment, and just get as detailed as you possibly can before we come in with our tapping sequence to see if we can move that energy at all. Yeah, Heidi's saying it's hard to find a moment of feeling stuck when it seems to permeate my life at the moment. Yeah, we are going to talk about that too. It's common that we may have inherited this feeling of being stuck too. It may feel like we have always just felt stuck, like life is about being stuck because maybe our parents or grandparents never really progressed and achieved any of their dreams because they were always stuck, stuck, stuck. So if it feels like it's permeating your life and you are just always feeling stuck, what are you feeling right now when you think about feeling stuck? How do you feel about being stuck? And then find that in your body. So it might be a different emotion. It might be hopeless, it might be depressed, it might be angry, it might be sad, it might be any of those things. Frustrated and depressed. Okay, so tune into that feeling in your body. And then the moment could just be whenever you're feeling the most stuck. It could be when I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh God, what am I going to do with today? It could be at the end of the day. There goes another day of me not doing what I wanted to do because I'm so stuck. So tune into a time where the emotions are high there, where you're either being really critical of yourself for being stuck or whether you're just really feeling that frustration at its highest. And for those of you that are new, it also really works to speculate. So you can make up an event if one particular one is not standing out. Yeah, fear is a big one, Richard. We're definitely going to talk about that. Fear of taking that next step because then it's for real. Then I'm out there for everybody to see. Then I'm open to being rejected. I'm open to being criticized. So that fear is big secondary gain for us. It's one of the reasons that we stay stuck. Yeah, just as Anne's saying, a lack of courage. What if it's not perfect? What if I put myself out there and it's not perfect? So I'm just going to stay stuck here because at least I know I'm not going to get rejected by anybody. Fear and disgust. Good. Feel into those emotions in your body. Resentment of being stuck. Good, Tina. Thank you. We are going to talk about that too. This feeling of frustration, anxiety, anger at myself. Okay, so it looks like most of you are looking up from your writing. Terror about the future. Good, making the big decisions. You guys are all in the right place today. Good. All right, so we are going to start working on this, and I will work your words into some of our rounds too, so please keep them coming in chat. Before we get started, though, I wanted to just try something that I saw Donna Eden do today on a video. I haven't actually practiced it, so we're just going to see if we can cross over our energies, get our right and left sides in harmony together. And the way we're going to do it is kind of like if you've ever done eagle, a yoga pose, is by bending your left arm and then bringing your right elbow underneath your left. And if you can, cross them. If not, here's just fine. And then we're basically just going to press whichever hand is closer to your forehead, just right in the middle. Take a couple of deep, full breaths here, all the way down to your belly. And then you can unwind, and just because I'm all about symmetry, we'll do the same on the other side. So bend your right, bring your left elbow underneath your right, cross if you can. And you can just bring whichever hand feels better for you onto your forehead. Little light pressure. Couple of full, gentle breaths. Good. Okay. Let's unwind and just relax the hands for a moment and just notice what's happening in your body. Feels like some stuff woke up for me. There's a little bit of tingles, a little bit of sparkles in my cells right now, so that's good. Let's start tapping. For those of you that are new, just follow along with us, and if at any point you start to feel lost, you can just consult that How EFT Works document that I put into the chat, but I won't go through exactly where all the points are here. I will stay afterward today for anyone that's new and wants to learn more about tapping. So we'll start on the side of the hand, just tapping here and saying, even though I feel completely stuck, I'm not living the life I want to. Good. I'm at a fork in the road, and I don't know which path to take. And I accept myself right here and right now. So make that true for you. You can say I'm open to accepting myself if you're not quite there yet. We'll do another setup statement on the side of the hand. We'll say, even though I have no forward momentum, I've become complacent and I'm stagnating. I can hold myself in love and compassion anyway. And one more setup statement here. Even though I'm scared to make a decision or take an action. What if it's the wrong one? So I'm stuck. And I honor where I'm at. I'll go to the top of the head. This feels impossible. We'll move to the eyebrows here. I am so stuck. Side of the eye. And I would change it if I knew how. Under the eye. If I wasn't so scared. Under the nose. If I wasn't so unmotivated. Under the mouth. The stuckness is heavy. Collarbone. It's paralyzing me. Stay here on the collarbone for a minute. And I'm completely immobilized. I really don't like this feeling. Under the arm, this rut that I'm in. Side of the hand. And even though I'm in a funk right now, I can have compassion for myself anyway. Good. Let's go ahead and move straight into our second round. In case there's any part of you that's feeling resistance to becoming unstuck, let's go straight into that part. So, side of the hand. Even though I'm resisting getting unstuck, because then it's for real. And that's scary. I accept how I'm feeling. Even though I'm not sure if I can get unstuck, or if all of me really wants to. It's pretty comfortable here. I know what to expect. And I have compassion for myself and where I learned these beliefs. And even though I may have been stuck a long time, and part of me doesn't feel ready for a new story, there's another part that's ready. And I can love and honor both parts. Top of the head. Even my helpless part. Eyebrow. Even my overwhelmed and confused part. Side of the eye. Even my terrified part. Under the eye. The part that's disgusted and resents being stuck. Under the nose. The part that's scared and lacks courage. Under the mouth. The part that's frustrated and depressed. collarbone. I just don't have the energy. I don't have the motivation to do anything. Under the arm. And I feel all this pressure from others to do something. We'll move on to the liver points here. So you can just go back and forth underneath the bra line for ladies, right there at the rib cage for men. You can just go back and forth. And part of me is angry at myself for being stuck again, for being stuck for so long. I'm frustrated, and that's okay. We'll move on to the wrist points. I may have learned this behavior. I may have inherited this in my DNA. Switch sides. Maybe I fear life is against me. And it doesn't matter what I do anyway. Good. Top of the head. And I'm open to finding compassion for myself anyway. Good. Eyebrow. All this overwhelm and confusion. Side of the eye. This panic and anxiety. I have to get unstuck. Under the eye. Everyone says I need to do something. And I might be the harshest about it. Under the nose. Maybe I berate myself for feeling stuck. Under the mouth. Maybe I'm not as kind as I would be to someone else. Collarbone. And I'm open to a new way right here, right now. Under the arm. Even though all my parts are at play right now. Side of the hand. Even though I have scared and helpless parts. I have other parts too. Parts that are excited and courageous. Parts that are ready. And I'm open to loving and accepting all of my parts. Good. Let's go straight into some eye circles. So tap your 9 gamut, your triple warmer point, which is right, not exactly a point, but that little area in between the back of your hand, ring finger and pinky finger, and just tap there as you take a nice full breath and close your eyes. Good. Open your eyes and keep your nose pointed at the screen as you look hard down to your left, looking at your left shoulder with just your eyes. And then come back to center and look hard down to the right, like you're looking at your right shoulder with just your eyes. Then come back to center, roll your eyes all the way up to the ceiling, and as if there's a big invisible clock in front of you, slowly begin tracing the clock all the way around, whichever direction feels best for you, hitting every single number on the clock and allowing your body to feel what it's feeling without judgment. So yeah, keep going around your circle. You're probably going to do about 2 to 3 in each direction, clockwise and counterclockwise, continually tapping your triple warmer point. So this is called the 9 gamut. For those of you that are new, it's a wonderful way to get deep into your subconscious mind and to snap you into a calm state as quickly as possible. Once you reach 12 on your third circle clockwise, go the opposite direction. Taking your time, just scraping the edge of your peripheral vision, hitting every single number on the way around. Really nice circles, everyone. See in your big, beautiful eyes, bring calm to your bodies. Good. And whenever you are done, you can just relax your eyes and place your hands over your heart and just tune into your body here. Take your time. We'll all meet back here together, just doing a check-in, maybe grabbing a drink if that feels good for you. And then checking in on your worksheet too. So notice if anything has changed in your body when you think about being stuck. And notice if anything has changed about the memory of the time that you felt the most stuck. So just check in with your SUDS levels, your numbers right now. And feel free to share in the chat if you would like what's going on for you. Don't be surprised if the number goes up. That happens. We're shining a light on something that you may not have looked at in a while. So it is okay. Anybody feeling less stuck at the moment? We haven't really done any reframing or positive tapping other than just accepting ourselves right now. So we will get into that, but I try to hold out until that happens organically. 9 to 7, release some tears, and I needed that. Good, Allie. Good, good, good. Change to anger. Right on, Roma. We are working through the emotions, so just keep on tapping. Get into your liver points if that feels good, where we carry all those hot emotions. Fola's down to 4 from a 7. Anne's gone down. So everyone's gone down 3 to 5, I would say, in their SUDS, and it softened, says Francesca. Good. More open, Joe says, went from 7 to 5. Turns out this is a biggie. 8 to 10. Good to address this deeper. Good. So glad you're here, Teresa. Okay. 8 to 6. Yeah, when and where did I learn or accept the idea that I'm helpless? Very good. When and where did I learn or accept the idea that it's dangerous to make a decision that other people won't agree with? That it's dangerous to be seen, that it's the end of the world if I make a bad choice. So I'd rather just stay where I'm at. When and where did I learn these things? I changed the memory halfway through to another theme. Perfect. Follow that theme. Absolutely. Good. Okay. You guys all are just following whatever comes up in the body. That's just what is ready to be released at this time. So, okay, we got a lot more work to do. We got some more tapping to do. So I have bitterness welling up that his love is conditional. Good. Good. So focus on that. Calmer inside, the ragged, rushed feeling now peaceful. Okay. So we've got some sadness coming up. We've got some anger coming up. This feeling of feeling stuck is opening up a lot of stuff. Good. Okay. Well, let's do a round on everything that you guys are feeling, and then I'll move into some positive stuff. But right now, we just want to acknowledge and honor the truth of the moment. Okay. Side of the hand. Even though part of me is feeling helpless and hopeless, like I may not ever get unstuck. And I have compassion for where I learned this from. Even though there's lots of feelings of anger and sadness right now, there is a part of me that's feeling calmer. And I'm open to bringing more self-love into my life. Even though there's some bitterness in here, and new stuff is showing up for me, I can meet myself right where I'm at with as much compassion as possible. Good. Top of the head. This feeling of being stuck. Eyebrow. I'm so angry about it. Side of the eye. I'm angry at myself. I'm angry at people with expectations. Under the eye. I'm angry at the people that taught me this. Under the nose. Better safe than sorry. Under the mouth. Better stay stuck and small than take any risks that might get you rejected. Collarbone. Stuck is my excuse for standing still. when really I'm scared. I'm scared, and it makes perfect sense. And if that's not true for you, make it so that it's true for you. But of course I'm scared. Maybe I did make the wrong decision in the past, and I still regret it. Under the arm. Maybe I did shine my light in the past, and I got in trouble. Top of the head. Or I threatened somebody. Or they said I was too big for my britches. Collarbone. Eyebrow. No wonder I feel stuck. I don't want to feel that pain again. Side of the eye. I don't want to be judged and criticized. Under the eye. I don't want to be rejected and abandoned. Under the nose. Of course I feel stuck. Under the mouth. There's a part of me that doesn't feel safe moving forward. Collarbone. There's a part of me that doesn't feel safe changing my circumstances. Under the arm. There's a part of me that feels safest when I'm in a funk. Let's move on to the liver points, back and forth. And I'm angry. I'm angry that I've been in this rut for so long. I'm bitter about the people in my life. Let's move to the sides of the thighs. So we're just going to have you tap from the hip down to the knee, just kind of smacking your thigh all the way up and down, just moving that energy. It makes perfect sense that I'm stuck. Okay, let's do one more setup statement and then we'll do a check-in. Even though I may have been stuck for most of my life, stuck in my comfort zone, because at least there I know what to expect. And it's very, very scary when I leave my comfort zone. And maybe it hasn't worked out in the past. So I have so much compassion for why I've been stuck. And I'm also ready for a new story. I'm ready to show up differently. Okay. Let's tune in after kind of honoring everything that's coming up inside for you guys. Did any of that resonate with you guys about being afraid of leaving your comfort zone? Did that trigger anybody? It's good to pay attention to your triggers as well. It's something that's good to explore as to whether or not I said something that really bothered you and you had every right to feel that way, which is totally an option. But then there's also the option that I said something that bothered you because there was some truth to it that you may not be willing to admit. They're both wonderful options. You're allowed to be upset over anything, but it's always just more information for us to explore what's coming up for us. Stuck under my cone of protection till I feel empowered enough to come back out. Yes, beautiful. That's a wonderful revelation, wonderful discovery, and wonderful to admit that too. I've moved my comfort zone in order to stay in it, losing the income for the steady job to jump into the unknown. Yeah, Yeah, good. I'm so glad you guys resonated. Oh, good, Julieta. Beautiful. Some emotions that I had not associated with this and rang so true. Felt sorrow and hurt. No longer wanting to abandon myself. Okay, good. So I feel little shifts are happening. So let's see about what we can do about this feeling of stuckness. We've honored it. We've accepted it. Now, what can we do with it? So these are all old beliefs, right? They're all things that we have developed as a result of something that happened in our past. And what we do this work for is so we can come up with our own more empowering beliefs instead of the ones that have been running the show, that have been programmed into us from birth and probably before. We're here to rewrite this. So I just want to remind you that you have all the resources that you need right now in this moment to create something different. And not to be cliche, but there is that cliche that says if you want things to be different, do things differently. So I want us to think about Kaizen, which is the Japanese philosophy of change making. It basically translates to change for the better. And it's one tiny little incremental step at a time. Instead of these massive, large, radical changes, we basically take small incremental steps and then allow that momentum to build. So if writing up session notes is something that you're putting off, or starting your website or any of those things, maybe your Kaizen step for the day is open my laptop. I'm just going to open my laptop because I haven't done that for the last 5 days and I felt really stuck. And if I open my laptop and then I don't want to do anything with it, that's okay. I opened it. I took one step today to do something different. Even though I've been laying on the couch for 5 days, I'm going to go step outside for 5 minutes. I'm just going to stand outside for 5 minutes. And then tomorrow, maybe I'll walk for 10 minutes. So just taking those tiny little steps, I'd love for you to think about what you can possibly do to break out of this funk, to get out of this rut, one step at a time, 1 minute at a time, one day at a time, because we are going to be sharing what our action step is at the end of the tapping circle today. So start thinking about what that one step is. Yeah, there's never a safe place to not hide. Basically, it sounds like, Amber. When I leave my comfort zone, my anxiety is often increased by someone else. Yep, that makes perfect sense. So this is why we want to get our nervous system to a regulated place as our norm. So we know no matter what comes at us throughout the day, whether it's another person, whether it's a different circumstance, whether it's a stroke of bad luck, or whatever it is, we can handle this. We can handle all of it. So people become less triggering because we can take responsibility for our own triggers, and we also can let whatever they do roll off our back like water off a duck's. So, oh, good, good. People are already taking their action steps to be seen. Completed your profile on therapy.com. Awesome. Okay, so let's do another round on being open to this change, on being open to taking the tiniest step and tuning into whatever resistance is there, having compassion for it and saying, I love you, and we're going to do this anyway. Watch me, come with me. I'll hold your hand. We're going to do this differently, and we have each other to get through this. Okay, good. You know what? Before I start, I just saw a tiny bit of Heidi's chat, and it's something that I wanted to bring up too. Maybe I'm not really stuck. I'm actually in my cocoon where I'm healing and growing and transforming into a beautiful butterfly. I did want to say that because I've heard that this week. Someone saying, I think it was Jim Carrey actually, saying that depressed can stand for deep rest. It's when our body just says, you know what, I'm exhausted from playing this avatar, from being this person that we've created in this life. And sometimes I need a hiatus. I need a break. I need a rest. And then there's that inner critic who's like making you feel guilty for needing to rest and chill out and rejuvenate. And that's the part who says you're stuck. Maybe you're not actually stuck. Maybe you're just honoring where you're at in your healing process and giving your body time to integrate all those things. And that inner critic needs a little re-education, that they can lay off the guilt trip because you're actually honoring your body in a way that we weren't actually taught to do. We were raised in this hustle and bustle society. So I want to be clear on whether or not this stuck in a rut is actually stuck in a rut, or actually if you're taking time to honor and respect what your body's going through. So thank you for saying that, Heidi. And we can still get prepared for once we are ready to leave that cocoon and spread our wings. We can prepare ourselves for what that's going to feel like to make this change eventually. So that's what we're going to do right now. So even though I've been in my comfort zone a while, I'm open to finding new ways to move forward. Even though part of me feels stuck, I am shifting my energy on this. Even though I may not be fully ready to make the big changes in my life, I can take it one tiny step at a time, because I have the power to get unstuck. Good. Top of the head. I'm the only one that can change this. Eyebrow. What feels good to me? Side of the eye. What do I actually want? Under the eye. Ignoring the opinions of others and tuning into my heart. Under the nose. My authentic self. Under the mouth. What's one step I can take toward feeling better today? Collarbone. What if I have all the answers I need? Under the arm. I'm ready to move out of this stagnant feeling. Top of the head. I release all the fear. Eyebrow. Self-judgment. Side of the eye. Criticism and doubt. Under the eye. Perfectionism. Under the nose. People-pleasing. Under the mouth. Procrastination. Collarbone. I am breaking this cycle. Under the arm. And I'm open to things flowing more easily. Top of the head. From a place of relaxation. Eyebrow. Paying attention to the energy in my body. So tune in right now. Side of the eye. I feel sparkles in my body. So notice what you feel. Maybe goosebumps, tingles. Maybe something's happening in your feet. Pay attention to everything. Under the eye. The buzzing, the warm comfort. Whatever you're feeling in your body, tune into it. Under the nose. Allowing myself to feel better. Under the mouth, allowing the clarity to come. Collarbone, trusting my intuition to know the way. Under the arm, to know my first action step. Top of the head, ready to take action now. Eyebrow, and feeling good about it. Side of the eye, what if I could be excited about my bigger vision? Under the eye, what if it's easier than I think to have, do, and become everything I want? Under the nose, what if I'm surprised by all the supernatural support I get for this? Under the nose, what if I'm surprised by all the earthly support I get for this? Collarbone, what if I'm rewarded for making a change in my life? What if it feels so good and I'm fully accepted and finally free? Under the arm, what if becoming unstuck is the best decision I could ever make? Side of the hand, and even though there's probably more work to do, I've been carrying these beliefs around for a very long time. I've been carrying these parts of me around for a very long time. And I'm open to connecting with these parts and helping them to feel more calm and courageous as we finally decide for ourselves what we want to believe and how we want to live this life. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself and all my parts. Good. Okay, let's tune in. You can move the body around, shake, 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 move, stretch. Feel the energy. And tune in. Check into that place in the body, maybe that original place. I'm sure sensations have moved quite a bit throughout these last 45 minutes. So just check in and see what's there now. If there's something good there, pay attention to that good feeling in your body. We pay so much attention to what the bad stuff feels like, but it's good for us to get that empowered felt sense too when we start to incorporate more pleasure, more joy, more empowerment into our body. We need to know what that feels like too, so we can recreate it as much as possible. Yes, it's okay to be real. Absolutely. Tapping doesn't work if we're not real. We have to be real with all of this for sure. And in life in general, if you're just bypassing or throwing some toxic positivity on there, you're not going to get very far. So yes, let's be real. Yeah, so one little thing at a time, Ina. Absolutely. Instead of going full out every time. That was my mistake always. It would be like Monday, everything's changing. I start my walk, I start my yoga, I do my meditation, I do my journaling, blah, blah, blah. And then by Wednesday, I'm like, oh, I'm stuck again. It was just too much. So titrate. Just do a tiny little bit at a time. And then build onto that with the momentum and the celebration. Every time you do one tiny thing, look what I did today. Oh my goodness, I wonder if I can add 1 minute to that tomorrow. Maybe I can do a 6-minute walk instead of a 5-minute walk. Anything to help move your body is a huge way to get unstuck as well. Sedentary lifestyles kind of lead to feeling stuck. Good, lighter and hopeful. Yay, Anne. Very good. Good, awesome. I feel more neutral. Good. That tapping does that as well, where you kind of just feel a little bit distant from it. You're not able to really connect with that feeling. Lighter and hopeful. Beautiful. Good. Excited about possibilities. Being surprised by universal support. Yes, I love that one too. Good. And then how to forgive myself for past mistakes. Really good. So, you know what? That might actually be a good topic, Carol, for next month. It might be like self-forgiveness. We've worked on regret before, but we might want to work on a little bit of self-forgiveness too. And if you guys haven't joined the Facebook group, go ahead and do that because that's where we'll vote on next month's theme. Good. So glad to hear that, Bridget, that you resonated and everything feels good. Awesome. Yes, tap the second that you feel it, Anne. I can't say that enough to any of my friends, clients, students, mentees. The second that you feel any limiting belief or uncomfortable feeling in your body, get your hands on your body. Just the sooner that you do that, the more often you do that, the sooner you're going to get to a regulated nervous system as your norm. Absolutely. Okay, good. Awesome. Yeah, keep working, keep shifting to the new things. As much as comes up for you, just meet it where it's at. That's how I first did my personal peace procedure, where we write down all of our events that we want to tap on. It was whatever was showing up in that day. I would work on what happened in that day and then roll back to what that reminded me of. So I would get 2 events in there. Someone triggered me today, and why was I so triggered by it? Oh, because it reminds me of this. So then I would have 2 events to tap on that day. So yeah, Amber, as you said, just keep shifting with it to the new things that are showing up, the angles that are showing up. Good. Oh, Allie, I'm so happy to hear that. Knew exactly what you needed in this moment. Good. Within 5 minutes per day of using HeartMath app. Oh, that was my stuck thing. Okay, good. Oh, it's to begin 5 minutes per day. Beautiful. So what else did you guys come up with for your action steps? Thank you, Terry, for sharing that. What's one thing you can do today to get unstuck? It doesn't have to be any more than like a 2-minute activity. Just something really, really small. Yes, dance. That's one of my favorite ones. Loosen up, Roma. Like literally, if that just means getting up and like moving your body, loosen up a little bit, that's great. Yes, Teresa, anytime that we are doing something for someone else, it's taking that attention away from ourselves, and that helps us get unstuck too, because we're getting that oxytocin and dopamine dump as well. So reaching out to a friend via text, that's one kind thing you could do a day, which absolutely will help you get unstuck. An evening walk, possible collaboration for a healing retreat. Beautiful. These are great action steps. I love it. I love it. Yeah, and Tina's talking about baby steps are steps. And I always like to say, you know, we talk about taking these baby steps, but if you've ever seen a baby learn how to walk, they are big, sloppy, fall on your face steps. They're not little timid, like, oh, I don't know about this. They're like, I am falling right over, and I'm just going to get right back up and continue taking more sloppy, big baby steps. But the tiny ones are good too. I just like to always say, you know what, babies get a bad rap about babies take big ol' courageous steps a lot of the time. Daily 15-minute tap with a friend. Boot camp. I love it. Awesome. Personal coach to help me stay accountable through this next progression. I love it. Wonderful, guys. All right. So I did just want to announce to everyone that I'm releasing a course starting in January about transforming your trauma. So it'll be a year-long course, and you'll get to wake up with me every weekday for that year, and we will just work through the process of transforming your trauma, reparenting your inner child, integrating your shadow. It's a lot of what I do in my retreat, but stretched out over a year. So just stay tuned because I will be sending emails out when that's fully launched. And then I'm also opening up to private curated retreats for individuals. So if you wanted to just work with me one-on-one in a destination of your choice for 10 days, then we can work on transforming your trauma in a much shorter amount of time. So those two things are coming up. Stay tuned for that. Yep, starting each day with a Donna Eden exercise. I love it. To read a part of a sheet of instructions I've been avoiding. Good. So just a part, just one paragraph at a time, Susan. I love it. Awesome. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you have a wonderful time getting unstuck just little by little. So happy to see you all. And we will see each other the second Wednesday of October. Stay tuned to your email and to Facebook so that we can vote on next month's emotional theme. So start thinking about what you'd like to tap on next week. All right, everybody, feel free to unmute if you would like and say goodbye.
Thanks, Amanda.
Love you so much.
Bye,
Bye, guys.
Amanda.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye.